Hello everybody, this is Jorge Algara72 for the Trapdoor channel, presenting you the Copycat Trap. Okay, so this is the scenario. You're playing white, and you get this opponent that starts copying your every move, and I mean every move, right from the beginning. You do e4, he does e5, if you move a bishop or a knight, it doesn't matter, he does exactly the same that you do. This is what we call a copycat, and this trap is specifically made for him. But before we go into it, we're gonna try to analyze a little bit what's the reasoning behind this mirroring technique. Why does black player plays this way? Given for a fact that the black player knows what he's doing and knows how to play, he will have three main objectives in mind. Being the first one, to annoy the opponent. I think there's nothing more frustrating than getting copied on every move. As you know, playing upset will most of the time deliver bad moves. And this is exactly what this black side wants. A bad move in order to break the pattern and get full advantage of it. The second one will be the time factor. And actually this one delivers a double advantage for black. First is that what normally takes you, let's say 20 seconds to get the best next move, he will take just half a second to copy it. And the other one is while you're trying to figure out what the heck is this guy doing, because normally it catches you by surprise when somebody reacts this way to your opening. So as you can see, the seconds keep piling up and it quickly becomes a factor, especially for blitz games. The shorter the time, the more effective this objective gets. And objective number 3 is about concealing his playing style during the opening. And what I mean by this is that in most openings require the white player at some point to go from some variant to another, depending on the style that your opponent has. Is he more aggressive or more passive? If he responds accordingly to the line you are feeding him, etc. But by mirroring your moves, it hides completely the way he's gonna behave during the middle game. That being said, it gives you a clear idea that this technique should not be taken lightly. If you don't break the pattern as soon as possible, everything we just mentioned keeps gaining terrain at a very fast pace against you. And well, that will be all for this kind of introduction. So let's get now to the fun part and take a look at this trap, which will give us not only the fastest way to break the copycat pattern, but also if your opponent is a beginner, you might also get his queen as a reward for learning how to do it. It begins with a king-knight opening, e4, e5, knight to f3. Now, if you see that black side plays immediately knight to f6, this is a good alert that he might be planning to be doing a copycat technique. Although he could be doing the Petrov defense, but it's not that common to happen. Either way, we will find out almost for sure on our next move, knight takes e5. If once again your opponent's immediate reaction is now knight takes e4, even though there's a variation called the Damiano variation on the Petrov defense, chances are you have a copycat in your hands. Our next move will be queen to e2, delivering a direct attack over the hanging e4 knight. And it is here where normally the pattern breaks, since it's very easy for black to see the next moves if he doesn't break it. A beautiful exchange of a queen for a knight. Well, beautiful for white, that it. Okay, so let's go back to move number 4, queen to e2. At this moment, in order for this trap to work, we need the black player to decide to move his knight instead of defending it. Where to? It doesn't matter. It can move to any square. So let's say he moves to c5. And it's here where we claim our reward by moving our knight to c6. Delivering a direct attack to the queen with a discover check. So the thing is that he cannot take the knight because he has a check. having as his only option to block the check with another piece. Therefore, after he blocks it, we will take his queen, even if it's the queen the one to block it. And now black is a queen down, a bishop pinned, and a crush the spirit. Hopefully this will teach him that being a copycat is not such a good idea. Okay, so that takes care of the Copycat Trap. Now before we go, I would just like to make a brief note about a gambit within the Damiano variation called the Cholmov gambit. And this variant kicks in when black moves queen to e7. Nothing to worry about, but just to have you advised that you have to expect a strong defense on the black side. And actually, this gambit received its name because of the Grandmaster Radmik Cholmov, known in the Soviet chess circles as the Central Defender. Wow, how cool of a nickname is that? Well, my friends, that's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If that's the case, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And more importantly, subscribe to our channel to get the most recent uploads on chess traps. Finally, I play at chess.com. Look for me. Let's play a game. Jorge Algara 72, out!